Right.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And like you talk about the Lakers would love to get rid of him or should get rid of him. There are literally no takers. You can go up and down the whole league, and there is not one situation that jumps out and says this works for them. Adding Westbrook to what they have works for them.
Exactly. And I just want to let people know we've been working 10 minutes on the audio. We just fixed that, all right? But we are just talking about fixing the Los Angeles Lakers. Hopefully we have some lip readers in the house, all right? and Westbrook is the point of issue right here. We're trying to figure out how to offload Westbrook. And that's just going to be a tall task, but you have to do it, right? That is the first step to really fixing the Lakers. And guess what? Westbrook is going to have some games where he plays well. I mean, that's the nature of the game. He is a professional basketball player at a good level, so he's going to have games. But ultimately, we know when the playoffs come, when the big moments come, he's going to make bonehead decisions. He's just not a great decision maker.
Will, I do want to ask you, like when we talk about Westbrook's personality sort of taking over the team, does that speak to the fact that nobody else on this roster has like a bigger personality or something to balance that?
All right, so here's what I would say. The only other alpha male that would be on that roster would be LeBron, clearly, right? But one thing about Westbrook, and one thing about, obviously y'all both know I deal with a lot of these professional athletes all the time, is one of the things that I know and I happen to notice is that a player of LeBron's stature who takes the type of ridicule that he does, there's a certain level as you get older, you start understanding where you get it to those modes. I forgot, is this a PG show?
No.
I got that. All right. You go into those toughest moments, okay? And LeBron is in those moments right now. He's no longer going to try to do the image. If you notice, he's been cussing more during his press conferences. He's been doing some different type of antics. You know what I mean? Like, there's been some different changes in LeBron is because Westbrook is there. Because at the end of the day, even though LeBron has this alpha male and LeBron can say whatever he wants to say, he likes how Westbrook don't care. If you watch how Westbrook moves and how he talks during press conference, he doesn't care. Like, at the end of the day, if he has a triple dub, hey, if we lost, hey, we just got to play better. I'll take it later. And that's one of those things where Westbrook, if people, this misconception, this media-driven enthusiasm about who he was, he's a player that capitalized right on time. Because if we want to talk about it and be honest about it, Russell Westbrook has never made a all-defensive team, right?
Right.
But let the media tell us, he goes all out every game. He gives you everything he has. People watch the game. Because I'm going to be a person that openly admits to you that I never really watched Russell Westbrook play because he's never been on my team. I just wouldn't see the highlights, see the stat lines, like, oh, he must have been balling out. But now as I'm actually watching him play, watch his effort on defense. His man, any basketball person with any IQ knows that if your man beats you off the dribble and now he's penetrating into the lane and the help side man has to help you, that means you're going to have somebody open because Russell Westbrook stays in front of nobody. And I mean nobody. And just watch those nuances. Those are the details. Like basketball heads, true basketball heads, they see it, they understand it, and that's why they're like, yo, this is not a winning formula. They're already the oldest team ever, right? You're talking about a franchise where we are romanticizing about what they used to be. If this was 2012 and they had this roster, I'll be with everybody on this super team. They'll be running the league.
Now,
but we're talking about guys who were kicked out of the league. Carmelo Anthony he literally had no job for a year. You had Dwight Howard, who had to do a tryout. Remember, this is an all-time top 75 player, right?
Right.
Who had to do a tryout, a private tryout, and then they discussed amongst players like, do we really want this dude? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. And those are players that you have to grab. You have to get those guys from the bargain basement. You know what I mean? Once you're over the salary cap with just 3 players.
Yeah.
So, the other players on your roster are going to be imperfect. But to play devil's advocate now, and we are trying to fix the Lakers, but just a little, let's slide a little back into the history. This is LeBron James' decision to have Russell Westbrook on this team. All right, and that's solely his position, his thing. They had DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan has been in like he's been on a damn podcast tour, letting everyone in the world know the deal was already done. He was already signed and ready to come to LA. Okay, Westbrook. He flies out to LA, meets with AD and LeBron. LeBron tells Rob, "Hey, we're getting Westbrook. I don't care what you have to tell DeMar." Okay, of course we know the Buddy Hield deal was basically done. So this is LeBron's decision to choose Westbrook over these other better options and better fits for the team.
Okay, and so let me look at it as you play devil's advocate. I understand where you're coming from. So, and y'all know I'm one of the biggest. Some people would call me an apologist for LeBron, but I will sit there and say that LeBron picking up Russell Westbrook is not his choice. You have to always go and look at the head. LeBron is not the head of the Lakers. The head of the Lakers is Jeannie Buss. And Jeannie Buss looks at the end of the day, she looks at that spreadsheet. That spreadsheet says, and when she goes in that board of trustee meeting and she's talking to these people, like, what does this move look like for us financially? Okay? Because you're talking about bringing in $44 million. LeBron got a lot of power, but he ain't got that kind of power. Because remember, somebody signed his paycheck. So, with that being said, when they sat there and looked at it, they said, bring Russ home, television revenue, our private network, the national TV network that's going to be sitting there paying us all these dollars, these exorbitant dollars, the ticket sales that we're going to have, the season tickets going to be sold out, the jersey sales. So at the end of the day, they said, you know what, this is a good business move. Win or lose, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't understand this. Wins and losses is not a franchise first goal. The Orlando Magic have proved that already. You know what I mean? It's not your first option. Your first option is to make sure that you are in the black.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they care about.
No,
at the end of the day, the Duvall family has shown throughout the years that they could care less about winning a championship or putting out the best product, period. They just want to make sure that they stay in the black. They cut a profit at the end of the day. Yeah. And that's what the Lakers do. The Lakers right now are using their cachet and the names that are on their roster because guess what? We're still talking about – we're having a show right now about a team that is 12-11 right now.
Yeah, true.
You understand? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about a team that is 12-11, not the two teams that are 18-3. None of those teams. We're not talking about those teams. We're talking about the team that not only is 12-11, but has the 30th ranked schedule thus far in the season. The Lakers has had the worst schedule, the worst team that they have seen. The 30th ranked schedule in the entire NBA. There's only 30 teams, people. There's only 30.
The highlight of this season is 2 games against the Detroit Pistons, the worst team in the league.
And they split with them.
And they split.
Now, Will, going back to before this season starts, did you feel that it was going to go this way, or were you a bit more optimistic?
Absolutely. See, I'm not one of these people who are what I call 10-second time, right? I actually have a memory. I actually remember in 2004.
You wouldn't be a good cornerback.
Right? Like in 2012, the same thing happened, okay? And then once again in 2004, the same thing happened. People keep forgetting. In 2012, they added a younger Dwight Howard. They added an older Steve Nash to already go with Ron Artest and Paul Gasol and Kobe Bryant, who wasn't that old. He was about 33 at the time. So you had all that roster with Phil, okay? You had that whole roster, and you thinking that, all right, we can make a push for a championship here with this roster. But at the end of the day, Antoine Jameson was on that roster as well. So you're making a push with about 5 or 6 all-stars that were aging past their prime. And what happened? They got their ass whipped. Yep. You know what I mean? Not beat. They got their ass whipped all season long, barely made the playoffs, and then got booted.
Yep.
And you see, that's what happened.
And then you're talking to 2004 when they brought in Peyton and Malone, correct?
Yes. And then you talk about 2004 Peyton and Malone. Now, if one thing that people, now I'm tired of dealing with the idiots, and I hope they're watching the show right now. These idiots that keep sitting there regurgitating, look at this Carmelo, look, there's Rondo, look, there's D. Howard, look at all this help. We all realize there is no such thing as a time machine. So when you get old and you age out in the NBA, you do not get better. You do not maintain the skills. Look throughout history. There's been two guys in the history of basketball who's been able to play well at 37 and older. There's two.
Kareem.
That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and that's Karl Malone. That's it.
Yeah,
37 and older.
was, yeah.
I'm sorry, the great Michael Jordan.
Karl
You know the great Michael Jordan?
Karl Malone tapped into the fountain of youth by banging underage girls.
Yes. See, well, people don't understand it. And ironically, those two guys that I named are 1 and 2 in all-time points.
Yeah.
You see how that works?
No,
You see how that
I see
about
where you're
anomaly.
going with that. I see where you're going
Yes,
with that.
we're talking about anomaly.
Yeah, and yeah. So I understand what you're saying. I mean, we can't expect that much from LeBron, and
No.
you know, and the team is not. First of all, it's not fit. The team does not fit well around him.
No.
And number two, even individually, they're just not up to par, regardless of the fit.
Yeah.
And the key to fixing the team is to move Westbrook for either cap space or for a better fit.
Right.
And I think we have decided on, if possible, to do it for cap space because we know that we're not going to find the perfect shooter
Yeah,
you know, you're not gonna
complimentary piece.
Yeah, you're not gonna trade him for Klay Thompson or James Harden at this point.
Are there any other smaller moves that you think might help, Will?
All right. So one of the things, the first moves that come to my head, obviously, I would love to be able to have put this out there that if Philly would sit there and be willing to do it to make the cap numbers match, they would have to do a Steph Curry and Ben Simmons trade for Westbrook, maybe some picks and things of that nature. But Philly's not no fool. Daryl Morey's not going to sit there and go for that, right? Nobody wants, as bad as they want to get rid of Ben Simmons, they don't want Russell Westbrook even work.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
And that should tell you something about who he is. So what I would suggest, and it would just be me, I would be looking for the best young defender. Now, there's been a name that's been tossed out there, Jeremy Grant out of Detroit. The numbers don't
he's
match
on the market.
up. He's on the market. The numbers don't match up. But what I would do that for this year, because your window with LeBron is closed within this year and maybe next, and that's only if you do the right move. You can't expect LeBron to keep staying and maintaining. You can't say going into your 20th season, we still expect you to be a top 5 player. And Anthony Davis, who is always hurt, a.k.a. Mr. Glassman, a.k.a. Baby Diaper, a.k.a., you can't expect him to stay upright. We just can't. So what the suggestion would be is go after Jeremy Grant. I would go after Jeremy Grant, tell them, here it is. I give you Russell Westbrook, show them what the numbers look like. You're going to get television revenue, Detroit, and I'm very familiar with the Detroit market, so I'm from that area. I would tell them, hey, this is what you do. We'll sit there, you put them in for a year, he'll sell tickets for you. A lot similar how they did out in Augustin. A lot of people forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
similar to that.
It's very similar to that. You sit there, you let him do that, you sell some tickets, to appease your fan base because your team is going to be terrible for the next few years, okay?
Hey, so, I was watching the Pistons with AI,
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going to be terrible, you might as well sell tickets and make some money. And so that would be a great idea for them to do, and they can capitalize that. Getting Jeremy Grant over to the Lakers would sit there and help them fix one of their main issues, which is defense. Who can sit in the chair? Gentlemen, who's the best defender on the Lakers right now?
You would have to say Davis. I mean, that's not saying much because he can't guard the perimeter he can do well on the switch.
So who's their best perimeter defender?
They have none.
I'm hard pressed to think of one.
Bradley is past his prime, and they just don't have any. They just don't have one.
Oh,
LeBron, I guess LeBron. I mean, but yeah.
See, and listen, what we're saying, Thomas. We're saying Avery Bradley, who we all know is past his prime.
Right.
Who, by the way, I forgot to bring up this point. We picked up Avery Bradley after he got cut from the Golden State Warriors, and the Lakers are starting him. See, not having him come off the bench or be, fill in a roster spot.
Yeah, he's starting.
But the Lakers are so starved for players that play defense that we had to take a player who was cut and put them in our starting lineup. That shows you how far the Lakers are.
That is the truth.
There's no argument there.
That's true. Well, man, I appreciate you, Will, for calling in. This is Will Lee, founder
of the Ace League.
Man. We can't wait till that comes back around. All right, Will?
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for having me.
Thank
All
you.
right, man.
Thank
Until
you.
next time. Thank you now.
Stay safe.
All right, then. Yep.
Little musical break here.
Yeah, but you know what, Pink?
What's up?
We had audio issues for the first 8-9 minutes there.
Yeah.
And I did a read that was just too great, man. I think that was the best read of the show. So we got to redo that, man. We got to redo the Over King read, man, because they didn't hear it.
All right.
What's the point of doing it if they didn't hear it?
That's true.
All right. So listen,
Bring
for
it
my
back.
sanity, all right? You may have missed out on the Black Friday deals, all right? Like Pink. If you're like me, you may have even missed out on the Cyber Monday deal as well as the Black Friday.
I blacked out on that.
I missed out on both. But, all right, we are here to save the day. Overkink.com. All righty. What I want you to do is go to overkink.com, use promo code Bubba Pink. They have everything you can possibly need to improve your sex life. All righty. They have everything. Condoms. They have sex toys. They have, things that you can buy for a Christmas gift, Christmas, like Ply say, okay, or you can, or for a birthday, or for a regular gift, or just to have, okay, just period. You need this stuff
In case the occasion calls.
okay, in case the occasion calls.
And as I said before, when you couldn't hear me, Bub and Pink are challenging you to buy everybody over the age of 18 a sex toy for this holiday season.
That's right. And when you use promo code Bubba Pink, you just get a huge discount. It's a Black Friday discount every day.
And here's another thing. We want you to take pictures of all the elderly people you buy sex toys for when you hand them the sex toy.
And look at
their
and see their
reaction.
face. Yeah.
And then we'll post these reaction shots on the show.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I love the idea. I love it.
You're on the bitch with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We'll be right back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replay Smoke and Juju. Alrighty? And we'll be right back. Catch us on YouTube. We're on all podcast streaming platforms. Where you guys went? Where did you guys go? Jesus Peace featuring Juju.
Look, I'm in the back of the lat with the windows down, sitting next to them racks. On the phone with one of my niggas, hoping he could board the plane with the pack. I was only 17, taking money for Jordans and purchasing my niggas gas. She say, baby, you're on a roll. I say, ma, I know, but I'm under attack. They call my nigga slipping with an aqua position. This suit and tie come with a strap. Once it's up, then it's stuck. There ain't no turning it down, ain't no taking it back. She got her titties done and her stomach flat, and her ass on, she gotta be black. I'm in the two though, these bitches love smoke so much, they willing to ride in the hatch. My nigga on my mind, my bitch on my lap. If she wanna smoke, then she gotta match. The same nigga hating is giving me that. It is what it is, and it's that if it's that. I risk my life for this shit. I'm fighting for your rights in this bitch. For the times we ain't had lights and shit. Diddy bopping with the mice and shit. Spam sandwiches and rice and shit. Trying to convince yourself that you like the shit. All the while praying mama get a new job so you can get the shit you like to get. Celebrating my first degree. The next day my nigga called 50. Told me he never felt so proud, and when I see the top, just take his children. All I wanna do is say the block. How you gonna say the block and make a living? Saw 100 rats a couple times, had to bust it down, can't take it with me. They called my nigga at the light, he was trying to put on for them hoes. They say my nigga lost focus, he been putting that shit to his nose. They say my nigga been snitching, you can smell that shit through his clothes. They say my nigga been tripping, leaking with the ops where he go. That's still my nigga, I know. If anybody know, then I know. Dear Lord, you breaking my soul. How they caught Lil' bruh in the road. Heard his mama say, Jesus, please. Heard his mama say, they killed my nigga, man. They killed my nigga. Clock, clock, clock. Took the rest of my pocket and bought a new Jesus piece. Still bought a new chain. I love you, my nigga. It's what it is. You know what it is. You know what it ain't, nigga.
Trip to light, fantastic. Welcome to Galactica, where you see silver stars, pine hills, police and backup. Ride with a pretty little red bone, don't bring my past up. Promise if I ever break her heart, I'll piece it back up. Niggas ain't on my level, I'm leveling back up. Like Sierra, niggas gon' rustle on you. Just can't be scared, ride with that, yeah. He just went to school for a career, then bought a scale. Hustling backwards, but he gon' be the first to pull up in that snail. Work a regular 9 to 5 and pull this weapon on you. Never claim to be the toughest guy, but still stepping on you.
I be spitting this shit by the cry, I'm really flexing on you. You must be ready to die, they put a hexing on you. Statistics putting X's on you, I keep putting VVS's on you. Gotta learn you a lesson, don't you? I'm about to bust a vessel on you.
Streets putting pressure on you. know
You
ain't
are
gonna fall
back
even when
on
they
the
press
bench
on
with Bubba and Pink. We have our guest today. We have Joy from Skinerapy. That's a difficult word to pronounce. How'd you come up with that?
So I came up with it because I wanted like a therapeutic like experience, like when people are like taking care of their skin, doing skincare. So I just thought to just put therapy and skin together, Skinerapy, because I feel peaceful when I'm doing skincare. So
You feel peaceful while you're doing this skincare.
it's relaxing
Is it really?
to me. You know,
What does
bubble baths.
skincare consist of? I can only imagine. I've not actually participated.
Skincare is like, you know, things like just taking that extra time to take care of yourself, you know, instead of taking a shower, you know, taking a bubble bath and like moisturizing.
Can we talk about bubble baths?
Okay.
The concept of the bath seems weird. You're perhaps like a little dirty, sweaty, you've had a full day, and now you're going to sit in water that is going to collect you know, whatever's going on there. It could be even worse. And then you just sit there for a while. Like, I don't get that. Like, I feel extremely creepy after about 30 seconds in the bathtub. Bubbles or not. So, like, help me understand.
Well, for me, I usually take a shower after I take a bubble bath, but it is.
See, that defeats the purpose.
No, it doesn't.
I don't have that much time in the day.
I was going to
It
say,
doesn't, though.
just take
It
the
doesn't.
doggone shower and we're good. Like, I'm clean.
But
Wash the important parts.
But you're saying that you will feel better. Is that the idea of it?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have products that can enhance that experience.
Yes.
Okay. What else outside of like a bubble bath? Is it, you know, and also is this something like men could use as well?
Yeah, of course, it's something everybody needs to stay moisturized and hydrated and stuff. So it's definitely things that men could use as well.
I
So-
drink water. Stay hydrated.
But do you take hot showers though?
Yeah, does that defeat the purpose? or-
Well, if you take hot showers, then you risk a chance of transepidermal water loss. So then you have to replace
That's
that
a super
moisture.
scientific term right there.
Is that like dry skin?
So-
Because I went on the IG page and I was reading some of the posts about how so dry skin helps with dry skin, and a lot of people do, you know, they do suffer from dry skin, right? And they're always looking for products to help with that.
But I don't stay in the shower a long time. I get to business, I get
You
out
get
of
in
it.
and get out.
Yeah. I'm very concerned about transdermal.
When I was younger,
I didn't know what it was called, but I was very concerned about it.
when I was younger, I had this friend, Cedric and Sean, right? Their dad would make us rinse off in the fucking like, you know, in the what's the shit called, man, when you're washing your hands under the sink. Would make us like rinse off in the fucking sink and then get in the shower, right? So first of all,
What was the thinking there?
okay, so the thinking is you're already rinsed off, so you're just gonna get in. You're already like soaked up and you know what I mean. So you're just gonna get in the shower to just rinse off and get out. So the shower should be no more than like 2 minutes long. That way, everyone in the house gets hot water.
Oh,
And then number
okay.
two, it doesn't run like the water bill because they were paying
Very
water.
concerned about this water bill. Why don't you guys just spit on each other? I mean, come on. That's free.
Back in the day, man, grew up real
Talk
poor.
about hard times, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, so this bubble bath shower combo, perhaps. So this explains like when I'm talking to my daughter downstairs, and I say, and she always goes, "I want to eat something." So I go, "Okay, we'll go eat," and then she disappears for about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm hungry. I'm about to freaking faint, and I can only assume that maybe some skincare is going on upstairs, and it takes too damn long.
It does. It's definitely something you have to set aside time for, but it's definitely worth it in the end. You know, when you're old and, you know, your skin, like, you want to take care of your skin now, like, you know, so that.
What does it help with wrinkles?
Well, wrinkles comes sometime. I mean, obviously wrinkles is almost inevitable, like the older that you get, but you want to age gracefully. And if your skin is like dry, you're going to like look all cracked and stuff. And
I thought
really
black
dry.
don't crack.
That's not true.
Oh.
If you're dry, it's definitely will crack.
Like Kevin Durant, man.
I was gonna say,
his skin was cracking,
did
man.
you see the picture of Kevin Durant's ankles?
No.
Oh,
You
yeah.
probably do. Can we ship him this one here? Straight to Brooklyn. Let's go.
He's gonna need it, man.
Honestly, like he didn't have ash. He had like scales
Yeah,
on his. It was really pretty horrifying.
yeah. He definitely needed some Skinerapy
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure. So,
All right.
So, I mean, Bubba, have you encountered some bad skin during a sexual dalliance?
No, I haven't. Not yet, man.
Okay, not yet.
But I do. I have dated a few girls who like was struggling with dry skin, so they always was looking for some type of products to use.
And they confided in you?
Yeah, I mean that's just a thing they talk about, like dry skin. You just always know. So they always have all of these fucking bottles and things like that to help with that, right?
Yeah.
And if they didn't have me blocked on all social media platforms and phone numbers, I would recommend Skinerapy, but unfortunately. But we're gonna help others.
We're here to help others.
We're here to help others.
This is why you don't block Bubba on social media.
That's right. Now, you know what I mean?
He may have let you down, might have broken your heart or something else, but he's here to save you. It's
That's
Skinerapy.
right. We have a solution. We have a solution for dry skin. We really do.
That's fantastic. So what else goes on here? How do you put this in the bubble bath? Like, what are we doing?
So I do have a bubble bath product coming out soon, so stay tuned for that.
It's not out yet.
Not the bubble bath.
Okay.
product,
Okay.
So no, but so it's a moisturizer. It's an exfoliator for your body. So there's body scrubs. There's the coffee and oat milk body scrub, and then there's the green-
Coffee and oatmeal?
Yeah, coffee is invigorating.
Those are two nasty ass things right there.
How is it nasty?
I drink coffee, man.
Nah, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I drink coffee.
You have coffee breath
I drink
then?
frappes if that counts.
Frappes. I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard the
We
word.
gotta get you a Starbucks account. man.
No, I don't. I've
Oh, you're
given-
not one of those. You're not one of those
I
people.
despise Starbucks. they charge you like the cost of like a bona fide meal for a cup of
A
coffee.
cup of Joe, man.
That is like the height of getting ripped off to me. Like people who get addicted to Starbucks, man, it's just foolish, man.
Talk about me behind my back, not to my face, man.
You're a bougie Starbucks guy?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I'm there.
Joey, are you a Starbucks girl?
Kind of. I mean, there's only like 2 Starbucks drinks that I will drink.
The frappe, and what's the other one?
The vanilla bean is also a frappe, so.
Really? 2 frappes. One time somebody got me the organic chocolate milk. It was freaking horrible.
Oh, that's why you don't like Starbucks, man. You had a bad experience.
No, I mean, it was nothing else I wanted.
You gotta go for the cappuccino.
I'm
man.
at Circle K for Nesquik, man. You guys don't know what you're missing.
So where can the people find you? I know I have your IG page, Skinerapy, right?
Yeah, so my IG is actually Skinerapyco, and my website is also Skinerapyco.com.
How do they spell that? Because I'm sure we're gonna have it written out on the thing. We have a very good editor, but just so for the people for audio purposes.
So it's spelled skin and then ERAPYCO.com.
A true combination of the words.
Yes.
So we know the bubble bath is not in here. What is in this box you've brought with us?
So there's 2 sets. So one box, it has the oatmeal lotion.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have lotions as well, right?
And it also has the turmeric and honey cleanser. So that's that.
Is it for the
turmeric
face?
and honey?
Yeah, the turmeric and honey cleanser is for your face.
Okay.
Okay. The turmeric and honey cleanser, and then there's the green tea scrub, and then there's the coffee and oatmeal scrub.
What do you
This
use the
is all
scrubs
contained
for?
in this one
Your
box.
Well,
This is all contained in this one box.
so one.
This is sort of like a Krispy Kreme of skincare.
So yeah, one box has 2 scrubs and one cleanser, and another box has the lotion, a scrub, and a cleanser.
Okay.
So the scrub, to answer your question, it is a body scrub, so it's used to exfoliate dead skins off of it.
Can you use that in the shower?
Yes, it
Okay.
is meant to
I was
be
gonna
used in
say,
the
where
shower.
do you use
No,
this
it's definitely
scrub?
meant to be used in the shower.
Okay, you're not using it at the sink. Like,
No.
it
could definitely get
broke ass
messy.
Bubba.
It could could get messy if you don't use it in the shower. It's definitely meant to be used in the shower.
You know, there's that move like when somebody has some bad breath and like you just spontaneously offer them a breath mint. Joy, do you have any of your friends who you just spontaneously just offer this to because you can see that they're in bad shape?
Yeah, so there's.
What's their name? Are they on IG?
So there are people who
I want to out them.
We do. We want to help.
I'm not gonna out them. They're on their. Yeah. So people with dry skin and things like that, that needs a little bit more moisture. Like, hey, because I feel like I can tell only because like it was something I struggled with for a while. So
okay.
Like,
but the struggle's over.
Period.
Thanks to Skinerapyco. There you go.
There you go.
Have you ever gave your product to somebody and then they're like, "What are you trying to say?"
No, that's never happened.
Oh, okay.
That's never happened. Girls love skincare, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
At least everybody around.
Now, what does this cost?
So it ranges. So it can range anywhere from like $15 to $30. So it just
$15 to $30.
Mm-hmm,
This box here or each product?
Well, the box itself, if I'm not mistaken, is $75.
Okay.
Just the
so
cardboard
with everything. And the box does come with a cleanser.
I like that. If you're not mistaken, you're the company owner. Who else is gonna know this?
You're right.
Let me check back with.
Well, I would hope she would cut a deal for us.
That's right.
So that's why it will range.
We're cutting a deal for you on your next sex toy shopping. So it's only right.
Yeah, pass the deal along.
Reciprocity.
That's right. That's right.
How did you get into this? So you mentioned you struggled with some
yeah, so that's
dry
how
skin?
I got into it. Was I had dry skin myself, and so it was just me looking through products and things like that. And a lot of things weren't like it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So I ended up meeting a girl, and she kind of inspired me to like start doing it myself. So I've been doing it for a little over 2 years now. Then that's how Skinerapy happened.
Some of the best companies they come about like that, man. Like it comes from a personal experience that you have, and then
like one of my friends, he's a good business guy, MBA and all that stuff, and he gave this piece of advice. He said, spend the next year or two, like forget about starting a business. Spend the next year or two observing.
Yeah.
And then look at what bothers people.
Mm-hmm. And
then your business idea is something that's going to fix one of those things that people complain about.
There you go. And dry skin is one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Well, Joe, maybe you can help us out with a weekly problem here.
Okay.
We tell these stories here. Now, so I have this dating thing, right? So I've been on the dating apps.
This dating thing.
I've been hitting the dating apps, and we get on here, and I explain my experiences. Then we have some guests who come on here and they share as well. Alrighty, so I haven't told Pink this yet, right? So, this could have been last week. This could have been 30 years ago. Who knows when it was? But I took this girl out on a date, right?
I hope it wasn't 30 years ago. I didn't think you were sexually active back then.
People watch this show and like, oh, you just took a girl out? You ain't taking me out. I'd be joking. Like, don't take me serious. Okay, so I took this girl out, right? Mm-hmm. And we went out to this place. We went out to this seafood place. Mm-hmm. Right? And of course she's gonna watch this show and block me, right? So I took her to the seafood place. Now, I took her here. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this lady before in my life, right? Because
it's like a blind date.
It was a blind date. It's a blind date. And it was off of the spur of the moment, right? Mm-hmm. It was the first day I had spoken to her. I broke a record.
Did you?
Yeah, I broke a record because normally you talk to a person for a few days. You know what I mean?
Didn't know. We talked about.
We talked about that. So I took you up on that, man. I listened. When somebody says something, I listen, right? So Pink says you shouldn't. There's no point of waiting, right? In online dating, you might as well just try to get to the date or see the person in person as soon as possible, right? Because normally I wait, whatever, a week, 2 weeks, a month. All right, so boom.
And the whole time the person could be hiding the fact they have bad skin. We want to find that out within 24 hours.
So listen, we get to the seafood place, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. She orders every fucking thing you can possibly think of. Okay, so we get there. She orders. Okay, she gets a water and she gets a soda.
Wait, I think the water's free.
It is. Okay. You can take her side. That's okay.
I'm just saying.
So listen, she orders a water and she orders a soda. All right. Then the lady comes back around. She orders alcohol beverage. All right. So she has a water, she has a soda, and she has alcohol beverage.
Okay.
All right. And then at the same time,
what did you order drink wise?
just the water.
Oh, I like it.
And also, so when she orders the alcohol beverage, she orders a appetizer. All right.
Okay.
So now she has a water, a soda, an alcohol beverage, and an appetizer. All right. So we chilling, and all I have is a water. I'm looking at the menu. The lady comes back around, right? And she's like, "We'll tell you when we're ready to order, and you don't have to keep coming by here." She keep coming by here because every time she come by here, you order something. What the fuck is you talking about? Why are you so? You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, you're on your fourth item. We've been here for 15 minutes.
So the lady comes back around again. She orders. Now we both order an entree. All right. So now she has a water, a soda, alcohol beverage, an appetizer, and an entree.
Okay.
Okay. Lady comes.
She weighed 280 or what?
No, she didn't weigh 280, man. So we're conversing, we're talking, this and that.
Are you
All right.
distracted at this point though by like watching this cavalcade of food?
Like this. And seafood ain't cheap, man. I don't know if y'all know out here, but seafood ain't cheap. All right. Now, first time I ever seen this lady in my life. All right. So after she gets that, right, we're eating, we're about done. The lady has already taken the menus from the first time. She says, "Oh, can I get the menu again?" And the same time she gets the menu again, she orders another drink. So now she has a water, a soda, she has 2 alcohol beverages, an appetizer, an entree, and she's asking for the menu again.
This feels like the 12 Days of Christmas.
She gets the menu, comes back around. She orders a fucking to-go entree.
Damn.
She orders a to-go entree. All right. So I don't have to go through all of that again, but she has all of that and a to-go entree. All right. I didn't even know it was time to go.
In that case, all 3 holes better be open. Jesus.
Joy, what was I supposed to do in that moment? What was I supposed to do?
Well, so she.
Let me say this. It probably would have been cheaper if you feigned a heart attack and took an ambulance to the ER. Jesus Christ.
No, seriously.
All right, Joy, sorry to interrupt.
Well, did she eat all her food?
She ate all her food,
Before she
but she ordered a
to-go?
to-go plate. Yeah.
Okay, but she did. But did you enjoy your time with her though?
Did you?
Fuck no. How are you gonna enjoy your time like that? Come on, man.
Bubba's over here transferring funds to cover the bill.
So y'all didn't have a good. So it wasn't a good day outside of her ordering stuff. Like y'all didn't have like a good conversation.
It was okay conversation. I'm a conversational person. I can have a conversation with the bear. Like
Bubba, please tell me. At some point during her consumption of this food, hey, are you gonna be okay to fuck?
She comes with the typical, I'm single because all guys want to do is have sex and this and that. Like, if you're running up $300 tabs, motherfuckers going to want to have sex. Like, I mean, duh. What is? So I don't even want to be associated with anybody that dumb anyway. So.
I mean, the to-go plate was a little extra, but maybe she didn't have anything to eat at home yet.
See, I think, and here's the thing. This is like this. I
don't know. I've never done that.
This is highly disturbing because, for the very fact that this was a spontaneous day of date.
Yes.
I mean, if you had said we're going to go out on Friday, like she could fast for 2 or 3 days and unload on your dime. I mean, it's like, what the hell?
This is crazy, man. It made me so mad. It was just funny. This made me so mad. It was just funny, man.
Some people have a big appetite, especially it's so many different things. Like if she works out, her appetite could get bigger.
Did she appear like she worked out?
We're not talking about appetites. We're talking about.
I'm just saying.
We're
saying. We're
talking about being cordial. I mean, have some fucking,
Couth. Have some couth.
Like, come on, man. It's the first time you ever seen this man. You know what I mean?
That is true.
At a restaurant, like, act like you've been somewhere before. I mean, come on, man.
Well, maybe she hasn't.
It's my first ever date.
But you still didn't answer my question. What was I supposed to do in that moment? What should I have done?
What should he? So you ended up paying, and did you speak to her after that?
No.
She got one over on you, Bubba.
How can I live with somebody getting one over on me?
I don't know. You got 100 down for some head.
I really do, man. I really do.
That's just horrible. I don't think there's a winning move there. I don't. I mean, unless you're just gonna like literally get up and ghost, go to the restroom and not come back.
Split the bill.
Or no, you wait. Like when the waiter or waitress comes back, you go 2.
Then what if she didn't bring any money? Then that just makes me look even worse.
No, it doesn't.
To the people in the place.
Who
gives a damn? Right?
Who's looking at you?
Does.
I know.
Actually, if anybody,
you say it does, right?
It does make you look because
really?
Yeah, it does. They don't know if it's their first date or not or anything. Like he's the dude there, and
but if Bubba's over there, Bubba's over there with a water and a side salad, and she's got 5 plates. Any self-respecting man, every self-respecting man in the place is like, man, I feel bad for that guy. I hope she brings the second girl back with her.
So I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's just so fucking tough, man.
So outside of it being the first date, if that was like your second or third date, then would that have been like justifiable? Because you're saying it's the first date, like
This goes back to what I was saying before. I really do wish you could just say whatever the fuck was on your mind. That would like really be good for me. But you can't, because if it's the second, third date, or if this is somebody that I know and actively dating, I can be like, damn, bitch, slow down. Like, I can say a lot of different things, and it wouldn't be perceived in such a wrong light. You know what I mean?
You've got that wrong though, I think, because obviously by the time this girl ordered the appetizer, you're not interested anymore. Right. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah. You can say whatever the hell you want. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, in theory.
I mean, not in theory. In practice.
So which part?
In practice.
So would you have preferred for her to either order the appetizer or the full entree, or was it all of the drinks, or was it just like?
It was the.
We're trying to
like. It was a totality. What tipped the scale was the to-go plate. All right, the to-go plate really like but up until that point, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's just like she's really hungry. You know what I'm saying? She's hungry as shit.
Coincidence that I asked her out and she was very hungry. The best part though is that side plate probably went to her dude.
Oh my God! You made me so fucking mad.
Or it could have went to her kid. What if it went to her?
Oh my God!
Kids okay. The other dude.
Oh man, you know how to really.
I just got this guy some.
Make my skin crawl, man. Jeez Louise. That's the worst, man. That's not the first time a girl's gotten over on me, though, man.
Probably not the last.
Nah, probably not the last.
As far as food, going out on first date to eat?
No, man, no. You know what? The other time a girl got over on me, all right, this is a quick story. She's probably watching this show, too. My sister's friend, right?
The one you saw naked?
No. Shout out to her. But my
you owed her.
Yeah. I owe quite a few. So my sister's friend, right? So my sister's friend, she needs a place to stay. I don't even know why I'm telling this story, but she needs a place to stay. She needs a place to stay.
Because we want to hear it.
Yeah. And so I am moving. All right? I'm moving. And I have like maybe 2 months to go on my thing, on my lease. All right. So I let her move in to the place. All right, so I'm moving. I could, because I have to terminate my lease anyway if I'm going to move, and I was willing to do that. So she's actually doing me a solid anyhow. So she gets in, she moves in, and she does pay those little 2 months to go.
So you vacated completely.
I
to a new
vacated
place.
to a new place.
Otherwise, you would have had to pay off the 2 months. And
Yeah.
so it makes sense.
It made sense,
Okay.
right? And she does that. Okay. But then I have a decision to make, right? Because now I can either sign a new lease, which why the fuck would I do that? or let it go. Of course I choose why the fuck would I do that? And I because she didn't have a place to go, and she has, she had a baby and this and that and blah blah blah.
Were you smashing her?
No.
Wow.
I was not, and which is the most biggest disappointment of my life. So I signed a lease, right? And of course, after the first couple of months, it's just over. She stops paying. So I pay the next whatever 2 months, and also paying where I'm at, right? Mm-hmm. And then like I said, she just stops paying altogether.
But she's still there.
But she's still there.
God.
And then I'm hearing like she has guys coming in. And girls coming in, this is like a fucking, you know what I mean? Oh wow, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting money. I'm not getting head. I'm not getting sex. And my fucking, now I can't pay. I can't keep up anymore.
Not so much as a nude, or did you?
Not even as much as a nude. Damn. I would get, so we
Wait, hold on. Time out. 20, 30. Finish that sentence. What did you get?
No, because it's okay. So, it would be indication that I could, right? That I could get some if I wanted to. The problem with that though is I don't want to do that and then make it be like, okay, I'm doing this for you, so I don't have to pay anything, right?
Yeah.
That's what I didn't want. I wanted that, but I didn't want that, and then me still have to pay the rent, right?
That's pretty blatant prostitution, really.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of porn videos on Pornhub about that.
But if I knew,
Giving my landlord head to stay another month.
some of those are the best ones.
Hand job to waive a late fee.
And sometimes I think, damn, maybe I just need to like own the apartment complex. No, seriously. Okay, so listen. But so I'm thinking, I'm like, but hindsight, I should have just went ahead and and got it.
Yeah.
And even today, I'm like, I should go back and get it because it's still fucking up my credit, man. I can't even get a fucking credit card with rewards because of that shit.
Really?
Like, it's on my credit.
To this day.
To this day.
How long ago was that?
It was like 5 years. I mean, a long time ago. long time ago.
It wasn't that long.
But for some reason, it's still on your credit
If it wasn't that long, it's still on your
I
credit
need
report.
one of those. If you have a credit company, hit us up. And we'll run a commercial for you if you have one of those credit companies. Okay, because Bubba needs help. Bubba needs that taken off of his credit
Clean up
report.
Bubba's credit.
That's right.
2022.
So yeah. So hopefully that will be the last time a girl's gotten over on me, man.
Let's hope
So
so.
you really liked her?
No.
Obviously. You didn't really like her? You was
No,
just
you
being
talking about the
nice?
restaurant chick?
No, I'm talking about the girl you was paying.
The apartment? No.
her apartment.
No, I mean, no, I didn't.
You're just being a good Samaritan?
Yeah, I was just being a good Samaritan.
Oh, okay. That's thoughtful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
That's thoughtful.
Thoughtful. I thought you said
Thoughtful.
awful. My bad.
No, it's thoughtful.
That's thoughtful.
That
But
is.
that's why people aren't.
Bubba's
good
a very
Samaritans.
thoughtful
You
guy.
get abused like that.
Yeah, man.
That's why.
Don't be
True.
nice.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I was
Don't be gullible.
yeah, that's a better word. Don't be gullible.
And if it comes down to it, take the snapper.
I think that's really what it comes down to, man. Because you just don't want to be left without it.
Yeah.
I mean, just, whatever. Live with the consequences.
I may be paying, but I'm getting something in exchange here.
No, seriously, man.
I mean-
But going back to the dating thing, man, we do need to create an environment where you can just say what the fuck is on your mind there during the date. So it's just so many games.
I mean, maybe that's what's because I say what's on my mind. So
But I think you're holding yourself back, honestly.
You think so?
I think you're playing by a weird set of protocols that are unnecessary.
Yeah.
You have to realize when these dates are going bad for you,
Yeah.
like, Who cares? Burn the forest. Be done with it.
Yeah. Because, you know,
what dignity are you trying to preserve?
I don't know, man. It's so fucking weird. And the chick gets all positives from it because no matter what, I mean, she getting free food and great conversation. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Great conversation.
And I get nothing but a fucking large bill.
Yeah. I don't understand. You got to cut these off.
Yeah. I'm going to change.
Yeah.
I'm going to change.
This is your villain origin moment.
That's right. That's right. Just like, you know, I said I wasn't going to say it on the show, but she didn't text me back anyway. So just like the virgin, the girl that said she was a virgin, I probably could have just got up and left right then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this isn't going where I wanted it to go. Specifically your pants.
Wait, you don't like virgins?
I mean, who doesn't? Well, I mean,
who does?
There are some dudes.
Maybe those Muslim terrorist guys. They're waiting on those 20 virgins when they blow up the towers. I mean,
when you're a younger guy, yeah, you want a version.
So there's a time men stop liking virgins.
Yeah.
You want a little experience.
You want a little experience after a while.
And then you don't want the bizarre thing when you break up the no-hitter and then they feel particularly attached to you. Nah, who needs that?
We kind of, these are the two that we kind of want. We kind of narrowed it down on the show. You either want a woman that's coming like out of a marriage, you know what I mean? Or
more specifically, a bad sexless relationship.
A bad sexless relationship, or a woman with a child already, preferably in the Atlanta market. That way, you know she's really a woman. So those are the two things we're kind of looking for. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Well, no, I'm trying.
It doesn't make
why? Okay, so when she has a child out of Atlanta, what is that saying?
There's a lot of trans people in Atlanta. And so you know, if you think you're talking to a girl and you don't see any kids.
and the trans, they look really good, by the way.
And so so you could be duped.
I'm not allowed to say that, but yeah.
They definitely look good.
They're doing a good job
They're
these
definitely
days.
doing a way better job.
They're doing a good job these days.
A way better job.
So that's
you guys have more competition these days.
Hey. But
so do those guys.
So does those guys.
But what else though? What you don't? What didn't you understand there about Bubba's preferences?
I mean, I guess I get it. If she's coming out of a marriage, she's not ready to hop back in one, so it's just like kind of like sex. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something just like that, but mostly because
something exactly like
that. Like, I think that's what he's trying to say. Like,
I'm already painted as a bad guy on the show, so I just don't want to, you know.
You just got to be that bad guy.
Yeah, I just got to embrace it, right?
Embrace the black hat.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for Bubba based on what you've heard tonight?
I mean, Bubba, like, what are you looking for, though? Are you just looking for, like, friends with benefits? It looks like you're just, like...
No. Based on my Hinge profile, I am looking for something very serious.
Hinge profile. Based off your...
I'm looking for a serious...
what about real life? Life?
No,
from a woman who puts God first, Bubba said.
No, seriously. Yeah, I'm looking for something serious.
So what's your ideal
woman?
I could
my ideal woman? Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne daughter. What's her name?
Reginae.
That's my baby. Y'all, somebody forward this to Reginae, man.
What is it about Reginae that you like?
Everything. There's nothing I don't like.
Really?
Other than her choice, I mean,
yeah, she's with.
Yeah. But no, so something along those lines.
Something along a Reginae. Okay.
No.
Right?
Very accessible.
Huh?
Very big window there.
Yeah, but like he didn't say much. I don't know.
No. Seriously. But seriously, I am looking for something serious. Well, I very well could have it already. Who knows? And
somewhere in there.
I'm just looking for somebody that has something going on for themselves. You know what I mean? Of course, pretty. And, a good vibe.
Just out of a bad sexual relationship.
Yeah.
Has a kid.
You know what's funny about that is once a girl breaks up with a guy, that's normally going to be the thing. Like, your sex is bad anyway, or some shit like that. I don't know. I hear that a lot.
Have you done that in the past, Joey?
No.
Proclaimed that X is sexually bad,
No.
even though at the time you seem to be enjoying it quite well.
You hear that a lot, man. You hear that a lot.
No.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm sure I'll find it.
Okay.
Joey, are you confident that Bubba will find it?
It seems he said it might be somewhere in his collection already. So.
His collection.
Or your lineup.
No, I don't have a lineup. I don't have a collection. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know. He said she might already have it. Did you lose her? Did you
misplaced,
forget her in the closet or something?
Yeah, misplaced.
They're like marbles, man. You know, just lose them.
Bubba's got an alluring lineup of Christ first.
She's out there somewhere. He's met her.
Christ first overeaters.
That's right, man. If you don't eat 1,000 pounds a day, please call me.
That's great, man.
No, yeah. At least I've been coming across people that like look like their pictures. As of recent. That's
You've
good.
gotten catfish before?
Oh yeah, man.
Like she was like completely off.
No, not completely off.
He was completely off.
Get the fuck out of here. There would be either like really old pictures, so like current day, they're like maybe 200 pounds heavier. You know.
Here I am in fifth grade. I was on the volleyball team.
That's happened to me twice. You know, so things like that, man.
Okay.
And shout out to one of them because they just had a baby recently.
Really?
So she's probably going to be even bigger now.
Oh my God.
Wait, she already had the baby, or she just got pregnant?
She just had the baby.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. She didn't delete me and block me, so shout out to her.
What a true sportsman she is.
Yeah. What did they get out of that by blocking the guy?
So you don't see them, like you don't want to, like, you know, see them, and then, like, you know, when you don't see or hear about something and you're cool, and then as soon as you see it, like, you have the urge to be like,
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
They don't want to see. They don't want to see you happy.
It's a trigger.
They don't want to see you with the next chick in the lineup, just having a great time, traveling, doing all the things you never did with her.
It's just not the same with I want to say guys, but it's not the same with me. Like Pink, you remember the story I told about the crazy girl who like was sending nude pictures to my girlfriend's grandma?
Yeah,
so
sure.
I told a story on the show about one of the girls I used to date, and she just was stalking me for like 2 years, like literally every day of the week for 2 years in a row, 365 days times 2. And she got to a point where she sent like a picture of a guy's penis, which was supposed to be mine, not only to my girlfriend but to
her
dad, and then
and her grandma,
to the girl's grandma. Yeah.
Maybe it's you. Maybe you have a bad choice of woman, because how do you want to originate and end up with something?
But what I'm saying is, like for example, recently my friend is like, "Yo, I see this, so and so. Fuck it, I say her name. I see Kim. And I'm like, "Yo, tell her I said what's up."
Wow.
What's up?
Tell her I said, "Hey, man, I want to see her again." She blocked me, but I try to look her up and add her again. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Even after she did all of that.
Yeah, even after
you
she
like
did
crazy.
You might be the crazy.
He likes crazy.
You might be the crazy.
You just haven't
one,
admitted it. You like crazy.
Yeah.
No.
You like crazy. Because no way.
No.
There's no way.
You think so?
Right? He likes crazy.
You must.
Crazy Bless, man.
On that one.
Shout out to Crazy Bless, man. This is if anybody knows, every time I come on the show, I wear local clothing, local brands. But this is a brand name, Crazy Bless. Shout out to Mo. Look them up on IG and Facebook, Crazy Bless. All right. Yeah, man.
So, Bubba, you got another story for us today?
I gave you guys 3 stories. How many stories do you want? I went overtime, man. Jeez Louise.
I thought those were small stories.
3 small stories equal 1 story.
Oh, my God.
So, I have a question. So,
Go ahead.
Okay, so you were saying about the date, her ordering too much. So, what about if your date is late on the first date?
Late on the first date? I'd expect a girl to be late.
Okay.
Doing
What
her
about you?
skincare routine. How can we expect a timely arrival?
No, yeah, I expect the girl to be late.
Bubba arrives,
man.
she's still in the bubble bath. The shower's gotta come.
Yeah, because some guys are really like get upset about that, like when a girl is late.
I don't. I mean,
some guys really expect women to
I
be on
thi-
time, which is
No,
crazy.
I don't think you expect women to be on time, but it's still agitating.
Yeah, it's agitating.
It's still agitating.
But and the guys that are really overly upset about that, you might want to watch because I think they're like very controlling.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those guys are very controlling.
What
I
if
hear that a lot.
what if you simply value your own time though?
Nah.
No, you don't think so?
Well, I think if you value your own time, you should constitute the time that she's gonna be late
It didn't show up then.
and then show up.
So,
I mean, guys really don't have anything that important to do.
Like, y'all just play video games and
What about that? What you know? That's a good thing. I thought about that because there was a post that went viral about this girl who was like, "I do not want a guy who plays video
Ari.
games." Huh?
Ari.
Yeah. I do not want a guy who plays video games. Blah blah blah. She went on about it. So what do you think about that?
Okay, so I don't mind a guy that plays video games, but if that's all you do all day, then I mind for sure.
Constitute all day. What do you mean? Like he doesn't have a job, or
For sure. Or even if he has a job and like for instance, like if there's 7 days out of the week and I feel like on the video game like 6 of those days, I'm like, clearly you don't have enough to do. Like, like,
so what's a good amount of time
so
for you?
2-3 days a week is okay.
yeah, like you hop on it and then I'm gonna be upset if like, okay, if out of those 2 or 3 days you're on it for like 6 hours, like why?
So a guy just don't play video games. You just don't like a guy to play video games.
That's not true.
No, that is true.
I really think that's the
not-
truth.
No, because if you're gonna play the video game, right, and I've had spurts where I play and I don't, right. If you're gonna play a video game,
But you're not a gamer though, because you said you had spurts where you're doing.
I'm not a gamer. That's the thing. A gamer is gonna be on that.
Okay,
shit.
well I don't want a gamer, but I don't mind a guy that plays games.
But even a guy that plays games, now I'm gonna tell you, when you're in the mode where you're gonna play a video game, no matter what it is, whether it's a basketball, football, or a shooting game.
I haven't been in that mood in 30 years.
But listen, if you're gonna be in that mood, you're gonna be on the game for a while, and then not only that, yeah, it's gonna take all of your attention. So
Like
I
all
understand the girl she's not getting attention during that time, but yeah, it's gonna be like it's a 4 or 5 hour thing, and if it's a weekend, it could be an all day thing.
I said all day thing on the weekend. Whoa.
Have you legitimately played a video game for an entire day?
Not me, but I'm saying it could get there.
Well, I just think he just doesn't have enough to do with his time. Like I feel like that's like filler things, like stuff that you just don't know what to do, so you just.
This is an interesting question. What are appropriate activities for a man to engage in?
What are appropriate activities? Well,
that a woman won't get mad at, like, or get agitated about.
Yeah, I mean, other than
like go fix something. Like go fix something.
That's not. No. That's not it. That's doing shit for you. I'm talking about things that bring a man peace and happiness, and excluding sex and work.
There you go. This is an awesome question. I mean,
yes. What are acceptable
fix
men's
something.
activities? Fuck fixing anything.
I have money. I pay people to fix something.
Ladies, pay attention.
You know,
Bubba has money.
The girls in Rachel's know.
but some men don't have that money. So I would think something peaceful is finding other ways, to gain a extra income, going to the gym.
Gaining an extra income is
money for her.
You need more.
She hasn't said anything yet.
You have not come close to one thing that a man enjoys. Nothing.
You need multiple streams of
God,
you need multiple streams of income. I'm good with my one.
This is terrible, man.
I'm good with my single stream of income.
I really am.
Yeah.
I don't have any issues.
Guys have other hobbies, like
But that's my question.
Basketball is a hobby, like things
so
that
you can hoop in
golf. Golf.
Sports.
If you're old.
Well, there's young people that play golf. Yeah, golf, basketball, and things like that.
So sporting endeavors are okay.
But I just think I feel like too much of anything. Like I feel like you have to kind of like make the best out of your time, So I just don't find just playing video games for like 5 hours, 6, 7 hours making the best of your time.
So what is the difference between a guy going to play basketball for 4, 5, 6 hours versus a guy on the video game for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Well, one of them is like an actual skill. Like if you're playing basketball, like one of them takes like an.
I like you.
Shout out to my hoopers,
I
man.
like
Shout out
you,
to my
yeah.
hoopers.
Respect the hoopers.
Respect the hoopers. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So-
Now, hold on. To play devil's advocate, I've been playing that today.
Disrespect the gamer.
Yeah, you disrespected the gamers.
I'm-
Those gamers have skills, man. That's cognitive, whatever they call that. And some of those guys get paid for that too. The elite of the elite, I guess. But I've seen that before.
I mean, I just feel like I think it wouldn't be what Ari was saying. Like it kind of doesn't make sense, but it does a little bit. Like if he's already like if you're in a relationship with this dude and y'all are already comfortable like with your life and things like that, like he's already making whatever he's making that makes you happy, where you are like, okay, I'm cool with it.
We talking money here?
Yeah, like whatever your life is looking like. I'm just saying, like if
No, I get
like
you.
if
I'm
he's
for it.
if you guys have already built your establishment, y'all have y'all kids, he makes good money, whatever you want your house to look like, he got that and everything. Like at that point, I don't care what you do. Like just keep making the money. And
That's what it comes down to. that's real truth.
but if we're not there yet, then and you're
gotta-
playing
you-
video
you
games,
gotta
I'm gonna
do
be
something.
upset
Yeah, you're
because
gonna be
you're not
upset.
making the money. And
So
we're not there
here's
yet.
the key, though. If you find a way to just make lots of money, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do as a guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that's false. I think they.
Oh, I do.
I think-
I believe it's
I think
true.
that's a perception. What it really comes down to is attention.
True.
If you're not
You
giving
did-
the
you
woman
did not
the
mention
attention,
that anywhere. That you said.
Well, no.
I know
at
this
that
from
point,
experience.
It is definitely attention.
yeah, if she's not getting the attention, it really doesn't matter. Because what's going to happen is, if you're bringing all the money in, if you're a fucking millionaire, but you're never giving her attention, she's going to be fucking somebody else. All right.
Yeah, true.
or even if it's not physically, she's going to be getting
Entertaining other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Oh,
she's
for
going to be
sure, yeah.
getting that part of her brain entertained, but from somebody else.
100%.
Right? So that's really what it comes down to is attention. I know women,
Yeah.
I hope everybody watching saw that self-satisfied smile.
Yeah, that's really all it
Bubba's-
comes down to. It's two things.
Bubba's cracked the coochie code.
It sounds like
Not the
I
Da
know it's
Vinci
jokes that women want a lot of things, but no, attention and stability. That's it.
That's it.
Attention. Why can't the woman provide some goddamn stability?
We can contribute.
You can't do that.
We can contribute.
That's a half-ass thing, man.
We can contribute.
That's a joke.
We can contribute. I mean, men don't be like come with some stability. They be like come with some good looks and a fat ass. Like that's what men say. Like
We're physical creatures.
exactly. So that's why we don't have to come with stability. Like,
That's a fair point.
That is a fair point.
if she comes with stability and looks like an ogre, are you gonna be like it's okay? You have stability.
Nah. But you all ladies will do that, though.
What's that?
Because we care about
If
attention and
there's
stability.
stability and attention, you'll just take some fucking ogre.
Not an ogre.
Some handicapped guy.
Whoa. Whoa.
You get preferred parking.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Louise. He'll kick us off YouTube. Listen, we're gonna end the show with a trending topic here. Try to do that. Alrighty, now I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Alec Baldwin, I want to say like a couple of months ago, maybe that sounds about right. Couple of weeks
ago.
Yeah,
That's
maybe a
pretty
month.
recent.
Yeah, so Alec Baldwin, of course, a famous actor. He's on the set. Have you heard about that? He's on a set of I don't know if it's a movie or a show. Rufus, that's the name of
I
it.
think it was a movie.
I think it's a movie.
They were shooting out like in New Mexico or somewhere like that.
Yeah, so they give him a gun, right? And he shoots someone on sets and kills them, right?
Oh.
But what he's saying is, number one, he didn't know it was he thought it was a fake gun. It's on a fucking set. You know what I mean? We're acting.
That's what I can't get my head around. Like, why would you have like live ammunition on
Yeah.
a movie set? Like, how is that even possible?
And of course, the props guy. There's a props guy on every set, whether there's a show, movie, commercial, and they're saying like, "Yo, this shit is fake, man. I don't buy this stuff. This stuff is fake. It comes like it is." So it had to be Alex. So it's a give and take here. I'm gonna play an excerpt. He has a huge interview coming out, on this weekend. So this is an excerpt from it. Here you go, right here. If I can get it to play.
Liked by everyone who worked with and admired. I mean, even now, I find it hard to believe that. It just doesn't seem real to me.
You haven't said much in public since that tragic accident. Why speak out now? I think the big question, and the one you must have asked yourself 1,000 times, how could this have happened? You've described it as a 1 in a trillion shot, and the gun was in your hand. How do you come to terms with that? It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
What did you think happened? How did a real bullet get on that set?
I have no idea. Someone put a live bullet in a gun, a bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
How do you respond to actors like George Clooney who say that every time they were handed a gun, they checked it themselves? Your emotions are so clearly so right there on the surface.
So that's a little excerpt from the interview.
That was highly dramatic.
I know, right?
And it said nothing.
Well, he said, he said a couple of things. Like, number one, he didn't pull the trigger. Like, there are two things I took away from that little excerpt. There is, number one, he says, "I never pulled the trigger." How in the fuck did somebody get shot if you never pulled
was
the
there
trigger?
was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll?
And then number two, he's saying that he didn't know it was a live bullet in the gun, which coincides with, okay, why is that a thing of there being a live bullet in the gun if you know you didn't shoot, you didn't pull a trigger? I don't understand.
So you're saying
those
there's
two don't go together.
inconsistency.
Yeah, there's inconsistency.
Yeah. His answers, albeit they were sort of edited for dramatic purposes, I read them to be horrible.
Yeah.
Like there was hesitancy in his voice, and it was not smooth or comfortable in the answering, and not in a way that like he was broken down emotionally and had a hard time formulating his words. That snippet portrayed him as a liar.
Yeah.
Not a credible person.
Conversely, I'm going to get right back on topic here, but the R. Kelly interview, I thought he did an awesome job, man.
R. Kelly?
Yeah, he was crying and hog tied, and it was like, he was like, they tried to kill me. They tried to take my life. Like he sold it. Like and like conversely with this Alec Baldwin guy, it's like I don't feel it. I don't know. It's something fishy about it.
Yeah. I mean, again, maybe in its entirety it'll make more sense, but that was definitely was unflattering to Alec Baldwin.
I think he did it, man.
But I guess with all murders, though, what's the motive?
Yeah, it would have to be a motive.
Like.
He's a crazy guy. I mean, the guy could have ticked him off. Maybe not got in his coffee.
Was shot at a girl.
Yeah. Oh, the girl. I
Was
mean,
he banging her,
the girl.
Maybe? You think he was banging her, maybe?
Yeah.
And she was starting to act up a little bit. Maybe had some psychotic behavior going on. And Alec just figured, hey, I'm going to end this today on set.
Well,
what do you think?
I don't think he meant to, but I don't think he cared so much. That's what it seemed like. They're like, it's like.
That's another take.
He's just indifferent.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
she dies, she dies.
I didn't mean to shoot you. I didn't put the bullet there, but hey, you got shot, so.
I mean, that's a take.
I guess, yeah.
That's a take.
And it wasn't my fault because I didn't intend on shooting you for real. So.
But he's an odd guy.
He's an off-putting guy. He's
not like a warm, fuzzy guy.
Yeah.
Like so it's like I think he probably does have a hard time sort of channeling any sort of emotion for the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see how that comes out, man. It's such a weird situation. I mean, the only time I remember way back in the day, the guy who actually died on set.
Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with that again? It was something like doing a stunt or something, right?
The same shit.
He got shot on set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same shit.
Yeah, same. So I know that. And that was
he shot by an actual bullet, or was he like a blank at close range?
I think it was like a projectile, like the blank or something, or something out of the gun. But
yeah.
Like they compared it to it because it's like, bro, the same shit already happened, and you did the same.
Right.
Exactly.
He should have stuck to karate like his father. That would not have happened.
my
Karate. Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Nobody died on a set from karate.
No, man. No. We'll see what Alec Baldwin does, man. Hopefully, I don't know. If he did it, he needs life.
It's been a month, though. I mean, I can't imagine that they, like, if they were going to arrest him, they would do that. Like, what's going on, you know?
I just can't find any, like, you know, direct evidence, hardcore evidence.
But I'm saying, like, it was all there. It's not like, you know, somebody's found, like, the Clyde Avant's wife apparently got shot and killed in a at their home in a home invasion last night. Yeah, that's like a whole, like, okay, well, who was there? We don't know. But, you know, Alec Baldwin's there, the gun's there, she's dead. You know, those ones, it's, you know, what do you got to figure out?
Yeah.
You know, but that's, very strange. Strange situation. But steer clear of Alec Baldwin from now on.
Alrighty, well, that has been the show. On the Bench with Bubba and Pink on all podcast streaming platforms, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Don't forget to go on Skinerapy. I said that right that time?
You sure did.
Boom. As the show progresses, I just get better and better, man. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice, man. Alrighty. And that is on Instagram and the website, correct?
Yes.
So Skinerapy.com?
Skinerapyco. Skinerapyco.com. And same thing with Instagram, Skinerapyco.
A lot of our listeners have COs, so that should be easy for them to remember. All right, man. Catch y'all next week.
We're out.